Hello and welcome back to Lady and the Frogs. So, today, which is nearly over, as you can see from the way the sun is in the sky, I have got to sort through all the mess which I've got here, which you can't see because we're over here where it looks tidy. I have got piles and piles of books and a few other little bits thrown in, which I need to sort out and work out what the blinking hell's going on with. And there's just so much of it. Yeah, so anyway, this is a haul. This is a haul of all the stuff which I've been picking up and just throwing into this box, this overflowing box. Admittedly, stuff's going to go back in here. Otherwise, I'm just going to be falling all over it and it's going to annoy me even more. But since I've got so many books, I'm going to work on the books and put them back in there. The ones which I need to research, and specifically the ones which I need to research, the thing which I'm sure a lot of resellers do, is this. The old Harry Potter stack. It doesn't end there. There's more here. Some of these are pretty valuable, so I need to go through them. I've already done the research on a bunch of it, and instead of listing it, you know, and potentially getting like 300 quid, I didn't do anything with it. But then my thinking now is that it's in the run up to Christmas, so this is a good time. For example, this one that I have here, which you've seen in something previous, which has got 2 books in it, which I don't even want to put fingerprints on it now. Got these 2 in it, with the older wizard. I mean, the older wizard, the younger wizard, not the older wizard. So this, I have worked out, is quite rare because it's almost impossible to find it with this slipcase on it. So I'm thinking that I could probably get around £300 to £400 for this, based on the fact that I've got this slipcase, which just doesn't seem to exist. I can't find anywhere where they have it. So I'm going to go with that as the fact that it's rare. They are early print runs on it, but not first edition print runs. They're like, it's like, I think one of them's the 30th print run and then another one's like the 15th print run or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to deal with that. I've also got this one here, which is a first edition. So this one does have the 1 to 10, 10 to 1 print run on it. Apparently it's supposed to say copyright Joanne Rowling if it's really early one, but it is still a very early one because apparently this last bit of text was dropped. I'm thinking this is still only a £50 job. And this is why I'm sort of like a bit with a lot of them, because researching it on eBay isn't ideal, because researching it on eBay, just even if you do Terapeak, it's not telling you the truth, because the decent ones are going to auction houses. So anyway, putting aside these ones here, which I need to look into, I've got the typical things here in that I've got 2 copies of the Deathly Hallows. I've got that, which is worth like about £3. I've got Order of the Phoenix. So these are going back in here. I've got 2 flipping copies of Half-Blood Princess. Well, he is a princess by now, isn't he? So just need to make a list, make a proper list which goes in my wallet, so that when I'm out and about, I know which ones I need to grab to make sets. I've got a Goblet of Fire there, which is in paperback. Usually the paperbacks are the ones which are worth money, but not the later ones. So those will just go in job lots. You see, another thing which I've got job lots of is this, the lemony snicket things. And you see, annoyingly, yesterday I saw a book number 1 and I just thought, don't need book number 1. Turns out I do need book number 1. I've got dozens of book number 2, but none of the book number 1. So I need to write a mental list of that, because you see, I had a mental list of what I needed previously. So I keep now picking up copies of number 8, and it's not number 8 that I need. So I just need to get a few more and just stick to that to make a 1 set, and then the rest of it's probably going to get ditched because they're in bad condition. So the rest of the things which I need to research are these ones here. So I have got a further 2 copies of Philosopher's Stone. So this one I was hoping was going to be a good one. I've only paid 50p for these, so don't worry. This one is 32nd printing. So, I mean, it could still be like a £100 book. But I need to just check these things. So these are the ones which are the potential first editions, which I need to look into. And then I've got these as well, which have got the potential. That's a 30th run. And that one, I'm not quite sure about that cover. 7th run. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I have them. And if they're garbage, then they can just become part of the bundles. But I've potentially got a decent amount of money in them. And I really wish I need to just sort out and stop handling them. Okay, so things that we've got. I'm going to leave them to last because I want to do a bundle of them. I'm going to show you these because these are another thing which have been amassing and amassing. So these are all by the same author. And I get a lot of these because I'm collecting them myself. So, collecting these myself. These ones I don't have. So these ones will go into my collection. So these, I think these were done probably close to Terry Pratchett's death because they've got a co-author. I also have that one, but I don't fancy keeping that one because it's got a lot of shed damage. It's like it's been kept in a shed. But obviously, I don't have them. And I do believe I haven't got that one either. Although that one is quite a good one to probably be listing at this time of year. But that'll go into my collection because I haven't got that. So then, what I have got here is various duplicates that I don't need. So I have got all of them. A lot of them are in very poor condition. I've got 2 copies of The Colour of Magic there, so that won't help, will it? 2 copies of The Colour of Magic. Yeah, very, very poor condition. They came in the same one that has come in, and I mean, I've actually cleaned them up. And then I've taken these ones out of my collection because I got a hardback copy to go in instead of them. So potentially, I have got a job lot of Terry Pratchett books to work on. So I'm going to put them in there because that's something I'm working on. Yeah. It's a work in progress. If you get all of the Terry Pratchett books, you can get like about 300 quid for them, I do believe. So that's them out of the way. Now this stuff, I think I can get on with listing. So let's move away from the books and let's just go through the other things which I have here to list, because I know a lot of people probably aren't interested in the books and don't want to, you know, tune in any further. So I've got these Fly London shoes, which I shouldn't have picked up, and they've been kicking around for weeks. They're months, not weeks. Yeah, Fly London. Probably I should have put these on in the summer months, but I didn't. They won't go for any more than £20. I'm not a shoe person. I don't know what I'm doing with shoes. I shouldn't have picked them up. So obviously I need to give them a bit of a spruce up and a clean. And then I have some shoes here which I know are decent. So these, you can see that I've paid £5 and I've done nothing with them. They've just ended up sitting there. So these, I have 2 pairs, both by the same brand. So these are very weird. The last time I got these, I think I got easily £60 very quickly. Some people could get up to 100, but obviously these have worn. I'm going to aim for the 60 mark, I think, because I think that that's reasonable. There's a few people who put things on auction and don't get the prices that they should do for them. These are Jeffrey West. They always quite unusual and cool, and I've got things written on it. This says, "Pleased to meet you. Have you guessed my name?" So that should help them sell. I need to do some research. I did a cursory research and just got loads and loads of varying prices. It seems like people have gotten wind of the fact that Jeffrey West is a good brand to pick up. I think that's, you know, the fault of people like me. Made in Italy. So yeah, I paid £5. I'm gonna get around the 60 to 70 mark, hopefully. And then the same again, but these are obviously a different colour, like 10. Again, paid 5. Slip-ons. No indication of what the model is. Pain in the bottom. Don't even know what size they are. Because they've been worn, it's a bit worn away. Let me just take this silly label off. Don't know. The name is worn off. It has got a number in there which I can look up. It says size 6, so that's wrong. So maybe that's supposed to be up that way. Who even knows? Certainly not a size 6. Are they? Are they? I don't know. And that's why I don't like doing shoes, because you've got to work out what the sizes are, because invariably they won't be on there where you think that they are, and it's just a pain in the arse. So let me just pause and pull everything over towards me. Right, that's better. I keep leaning over it and it's ridiculous. Right, I've also got like a funny mark here because I've obviously been dealing with dusty things and have kicked up a hell of a ton of dust into my face. I've got these. These are annoying. A colleague sort of passed these to me because I think they were going to go in the bin or something, or they'd come from the eBay shop and they hadn't been able to sell them. So then I've taken them in my eBay shop. So if they can't sell them, how am I going to sell them? I don't know what I'm doing. So I've got a whole load of Spectrum games here. So these will probably get bundled. KGB Super Spy. It's not even like I can test them, and if I do test them, all I'm going to hear is. I do have a cassette player. They're in good condition. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, we know that they're going to play. You don't need to test them, do you? As long as you can see that that's intact, which it is. You don't need to test them. So, Salamander, Cricket Master, and SimCity. I think at the time when I looked them up, they were very disappointing. And then they went in my to-do pile and didn't get to done. So that's going up next. More media. I only bought these yesterday. So these came from Bernardo's, £1.50. These used to be really good. Used to be able to get around like 10 to 20 for them, if not more. Obviously, if I was an Amazon seller, I'd get a lot more for them, but never mind. I'll try for 10 to 15. Not sure if I can get them, but it's sealed. That's what people want. I don't know. Maybe people are going to like pretend that they're going to have an 80s Christmas. I have then got some CDs, which I do like these things myself, and I was going to sort of throw them in the car, but you know, they're okay for selling. So I've got Head Candy. Last time I sold these, they ended up going to Canada and for a lot of money. And then I've got some Ministry of Sound stuff. I took a long time going through these, checking whether they were scratched, checking whether I had all the correct CDs in them. I really hope that I have. Yeah, of course I have, because I spent a lot of time doing it. Yeah, they were all mixed up, but I should be able to get £15 mark for these job lot bundles, because, you know, people like dance music. I like these. I mean, this is the sort of thing that I would go for. And the sun is going down now. I do apologise. I really should probably like go and do something about that. What we will do is we'll just do that. And then it looks like the sun. Oh, sorry, Siobhan. Oh, she looks really sad. She looks more cheerful now. Right, so this I picked up. How much did I pay for this? I think I paid £4 for this. The box is in pretty bad nick, but it is vintage. Some of these go for like crazy money. This one doesn't. So yeah, a nice little mahjong set there. Everything's there. Well, I'm not going to fiddle ass around checking it. I'm not as fastidious with this sort of stuff as I am with Lego. Instructions are there, boxes there, everything's there that I can see that you would possibly need. This only sells for around 20 to 25, so that's devastating. Thought I'd get more for that. I just had it in my head that I had a winner, and I didn't. So these, I have got a couple of bags here and wallets. This I've had for ages, and it's a passport holder, so it stands to reason that it's just sat in my to-do pile for the entire of the summer and I didn't list it. So well done. So yeah, it is Ted Baker. It says Head in the Clouds. I know that these are gift-worthy items, so you know, it's not a bad thing. Yeah, so you just put passport in it and got, it is what it is. Probably £20 for that, I believe, maybe 25. You would hope that because it's Ted Baker, it's got a label inside it with a name, but I can't see one. I need to do a little cursory wipe down. I think that's why I just like, it's like when you've got clothing and it's got a stain on it, invariably you will put it onto one side, but then when it comes to like getting the stain, all you've got to do is spray it and then the washing machine will deal with it. But this I've got to actually like carefully clean it and not damage it. Then I have got a Harris tweed purse slash wallet. I should probably like put a little penny in it, because you're supposed to do things like that with stuff like this, aren't you? Because otherwise it's unlucky, because if a purse is empty, it's bad luck. So if it's going in my shop, I should definitely do that for the sake of luck. Yeah, I mean, what else can you say? I haven't looked that up. I'm hoping 2025. Got the nice little crest on the back. Zip is functional. That's all you want. Can't even remember how much I paid for that. All of this stuff, when I get it, I do process it and put it on my spreadsheet. It's the one thing I am disciplined to do. So I know how much I've paid for it when it comes to doing profit and loss. And then I have got a Patagonia bum bag, which it is what it is. I think I've just looked into the sun because I thought there was like a mark on it then, but I think it's just a crazy eye that I've got from looking at the sun. So this is what I was hoping to see with the flipping Ted Baker thing, was to see a tag inside it. I had something earlier which I just spent time like repairing, and then I sort of looked at it again and I was like, this is very much fake. Why are you doing this to yourself? It was an Alexander McQueen doing that, and it was, the print just wasn't right, and I knew it had some holes in it, so I mended the holes, and then I sort of looked at it again and I was like, this is fake. You need to get rid of this. I think it's sat over there now. Anyway, yeah, regardless of that. Don't know how much that goes for. Probably again like 20 to 25. I will have a look, but it's probably something that people, you know, want holiday season. Well, I should have listed it donkeys years ago, and I haven't. But again, it is sort of gift worthy, I suppose. So that is the last of my sort of like what you could possibly regard as a bric-a-brac. Oh, Siobhan, I didn't even see that I'd knock you down. He's not vocal like the others. Right, so the rest of the stuff I've got here is books. So if you're not interested in books, I bid you adios. I'm not interested in books, and I'm surprised how many of these I've picked up. And I know why this has happened. It's just because I can't even say that, because some of them I've picked up for 20p at the charity shop, which is over there. So I can't even blame the fact that I see stuff at the charity shop where I work and I grab stuff. The lion's share of it probably does come from there. These I've definitely had a haul previously, but I need to clean the covers on them. I've done one and put it on, and for some reason I've done the Doctor Who one, but for some reason these are still sat here and I haven't cleaned the covers. So you've seen them before. They need to go on. I need to get the covers cleaned on them. I think you've seen these before. Annika Rice. I'm not going to do anything with that. So these were 20p ones from the shop over the road, and Lovers Cooking. So I'm just going to get these listed. Most of these won't even get me, you know, because of the lovely world of books, and most of them you can't get anything much for them. You know, it's like £3 to £5 with free post, and it's very frustrating. So one thing that I do have, this is quite heavy, this is, I do have these three. So most of these I've paid 20p or 50p. These I've paid 50p, which is a bargain. So these are all Star Wars. So one of these is worth more than the other two. It's this one. So this one is worth £20. These are really nice, like dust jacket, coffee table type things with all the artwork from the film. I did think that they might go for more. Smell nice as well. So the original price is 25. This one still seems to be getting 25 until I like destroy the dust jacket. So yeah, that's the sort of stuff which you're going to see in that. And then the Rise of Skywalker, same again. Artwork from the film. And I think that one only goes for a tenner. And then the same with this one, only for a tenner, which is annoying because this is very, very heavy. So it's going to be an arse to post these. These are going to have to go on individually because I don't want to get involved in crazy post situations. But again, it's Christmas coming up, so you never know. They might go for more based on that. But then I can't moan when I've paid 50p. I say 50p, but you have to buy 2 books for £1. And that's why I end up with stuff like this. So this is a cat book coloring book, which has got loads of illustrations of cat butts. You know, and dot to dot things of cat butts. Yeah. I should really send this to Lex. Because this is exactly what Tilda does when she makes an appearance on any one of her videos, is put a button to the camera. So yeah, this is kind of one for Lex, but there you go. When you're selling on eBay, you don't have time to sit around colouring cat butts when you've got cat butts in your life. So, you know, I'm going to get like a £5 for that, I think. These are things which I picked up yesterday because I just saw lots of other stuff. I got lots and lots of Slimming World stuff yesterday, and they were 3 for £1. So these are like 33p. And it's a very odd shop, this Bernardo's, that I go in, because for no reason you can't get a signal in there, so you can never check anything. I think, I don't know, is it just a way of making you buy more? I wasn't going to fiddle ass around and go out of the shop and check either and come back in, because it was 3 for £1, so it's like 33p, who cares? And I was also very aware that there was like only 1 parking space when I came in, and nobody had parked in the lines, so I'd parked next to them and I was like just straddling the line next to a massive 4x4, which was probably going to like destroy part of my car, and I'd reverse parked in because I could see why it was getting into a circus, because nobody reverse parked. And I was just like, if I hang around in this shop, then these other 2 cars are going to disappear and it's going to look like I'm the wanker who can't park. So I wanted to get out of this shop because I don't want people going, oh, women driver, what's her problem? So anyway, I got this. Can't find this anywhere on eBay for a comparison. So it may be rubbish, it may be not. It's called Walking Poets Wordsworth, and it's just, you know, one of these things which probably been picked up at some random visitor centre. And then I picked this up. So this, people have got copies of this on for £3, and they've also got copies of this on for £85. So Lord only knows what's going on there. There's not really any solds other than the 30 mark. And I don't even know what that is. I just picked it up to make up. It says it was £15.95 initially. So why on earth would it be £85? Yeah, it's just British Library things. So that'll just be another £5 thing. And this is something that I picked up with those Star Wars books so that I could get them for 50p. Sketch your style. Some of these stickers, our stickers are okay, but some of them are really bad. So that doesn't go for any more than £5 either. It's always just a bit of a risk sometimes, but sometimes you just think, well, it's better to pick something up than nothing. I'm going to get all of these listed because I feel like I'm driving myself crazy. Topsy and Tim, love Topsy and Tim. I think I've shown you this before because I got it ages ago for something else. I've got this from when I was a kid, so it's just nostalgia, me picking that up. But I should be able to get maybe 10 to 20 for that, depending on where it's sitting at the minute. The bigger books definitely sell for 20. Some of them sell for 50. This is another one that I've got to make up for things. I don't think I'm going to do anything with this one. I don't think I'm going to sit and read this. Or maybe I am. I think this is a recommendation from one of my colleagues, so I should really sit and read this. But I've got so much stuff that I'm waiting to read. I don't know if I'm going to be reading that. I've got another Terry Pratchett book here. So this has got, because I think I picked this up with the Topsy and Tim one. So this is going in my collection because this is one I haven't got. The, what is it? Unadulterated Cat. So that's going in my collection. What have I got here? Roald Dahl. I've got another one of the Roald Dahl books. They're really, it's short stories. So I'm going to probably read that one. So I'm going to put that with the other one, and then I'm going to read the other one, and then I'll probably sell them both together. Unless the one that I've got in the other room is actually the same copy, then that one will get sold. So we'll look into that. I think there's something else that was kicking around over there that I was going to keep. That is just one that I've got to make up the numbers. What is this? I hate that when you take a label off. I have no idea what this is. I think I bought this for my dad. So yeah, I probably shouldn't be showing this. Not that he's ever going to watch any of my videos. Yeah, so I think this is a present for my dad. So that's why I've got that one. So that's not for sale. I've got 2 Point Horrors here. So these used to sell for £20. Then World Books turned up and started selling them for fucking next to nothing. So thank you, World of Books, for tanking the price of these. £5 now. Yeah, I don't even think I can squeeze 10. When I've picked that one up before and it was going for £20 and I sold mine for 15 because it kicked around for a bit. But I won't get that anymore. What an absolute shame. I've paid 20p for them anyway. But thanks, World of Books. You are, as always, a pleasure. So that is George Orwell. This is one of the ones I got from yesterday for 33p. Just standard. I like George Orwell ones, and other people like them. This is pretty unread and clean copy, so I can get at least £5 for that, if not 10. This, I just fancied this one. Another sticker on there. Groucho Marx. Tempted to read this myself, so that might go on my reading pile. Won't get any more than £3 to £5 for that anyway. But that was me. That was my heart buying that one. Walter Green, Love on the Dole, Penguin Classic. And then I have a load more Penguin Classics. I know that one was bought to make up for the fact that I bought these ones. So these all went together. I go through stages where I get these because I know that other people can get loads of money for them and then I can't get bugger all. I might put them all together. I might just list them on their own. I think it's easier to list them on your own because if somebody's just looking for one, it goes large letter. And with the post cost going up, that's a pain in the bottom. So George Bernard Shaw there. Lucy Mitford. Nancy Mitford. Who's Lucy? And Bernard Shaw again. So yeah, maybe I'll put the Bernard Shaws together. Don't know. Maybe I'll just put them on their own. So that's all of them. Oh, I do have another one here. This is George Orwell again. But it's not George Orwell. So this, I've already done a bit of research on this because I couldn't really work out whether I'd got an absolute steal and an absolute find here or if it was just a waste of time. So this is 1984 George Orwell, scripted and adapted for the stage. And it is signed by the authors. This book is one of a limited hardback post-truth edition of 101 copies. Obviously 101 because it's room 101. So I think I might be able to get 20 to 30 for that because I couldn't find any other copies of it. And obviously there's only 101 copies out there. So I'm already fighting that. But it's quite nice if somebody wants that for Christmas. So all of these things in my shop will do me a favour on the run up to Christmas. So in a way, I have done myself a favour waiting. I'll do some more research because I think the one that I found that was selling for 30, that was with a Google search. So I'll have another look. When was this made? 2013 is when this came out. So there we go. Okay, so I'll finish on them because they're probably more interesting than these. So what I have here is dozens and dozens of Slimming World books. I have one Slimming World book which is listed at the minute. Apologies. So I'm going to probably take that one down and I'm going to bundle these. So on their own, you wait ages for them to sell. Don't pick up Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers doesn't sell whatsoever, but Slimming World does for some reason. Most of the Slimming World stuff which I've had in the past sells really quickly. The thing which I've got which hasn't sold is a very small Sins book, and it's quite outdated anyway, so that's why that one hasn't sold, but it'll sell as a job lot. So a job lot, I've seen job lots of like 5 books go for £25, so that's probably what I'm going to go for. So based on the fact that I now have 2 of this one, the Italian, obviously that'll be the basis of both of my bundles. And then I've got this best ever recipes, and then I've got a load of these which, so these are the ones which I think sort of like sell together. So yeah, I'd like to sort of keep them together because, you know, that's what people want. They want something that's going to look nice on their shelf. So I think this is the sort of thing which sells, but that's definitely over 2 kilograms, so that's frustrating. So I've got both of the Take 5 books there. The sweets, easy minute meals, and fast and free. Some of these I've got for 50p, some of them I got for 33p yesterday. So yeah, that's a good little buy. If I can like make 2 bundles there and get £25 for each of them, then that's absolute bonus. And then the last thing which I have here is not obvious at all because I showed you the wrong end of the book. So these are all Stephen King's. So I would have had more of these, but for the fact that I work in the shop and stuff goes out and I don't get a look in. So I know that we've had an absolute load of these. So these are the Stephen King rainbow editions. So I would have loved to have been able to pick up some of them. I think we must have had about 10 to 15 came in one go. And of course, a customer came and brought them to the till. And I sort of looked at them and was like, hey, you want to buy a lottery ticket? Yeah. So this one is from ages ago and obviously it's dirty. But these do sell. But they sell better as a bundle because they're all different colours on the spine and they look really pretty together. So yeah, Stephen King. I'm sure I've got more Stephen King knocking around, but I don't know. And then I've got Thinner. So this is an older one. Books smell nice, don't they? 1984. I need to look into the. I don't think that these are, you know, any more than like £5 to £10 for these, and definitely not much more than £5 to £10 for them. Like I say, I know I've heard other people say get the rainbow editions and you can sell them in a bundle for a decent amount. So I may well keep it back and wait until I've got a job lot. Oh, what is going on here? I must find out what the book is about. I've got 2 copies of Thinner. This one's obviously the nicer one. How many times has this been in a charity shop? So it's come to ours and it's also been at somebody else's. whoever the other charity shop was very annoying because their sticker is leaving a residue. So this, I know that some of the first editions of these go very well. I don't know if this is a first edition or not. I haven't looked. This is a 4th edition, so it doesn't mean anything. Probably get 20 to 25 for that, I would hope, because it is an older copy and it is in hardback, so it's what it is. And now I looked this one up and this one didn't go for much. I was hoping for good things on this. This is a first edition. So this is a first edition. I think again it was like £30. This is just it. Some of them are phenomenal, but they do have to be signed by the author. And that one isn't. I'm going to finish on the decent one which I've got. So I've got 2 modern editions here. This one's got an inscription for somebody on Mother's Day, which is nice. Yeah. I did look this one up. I think it's around like the 20 mark if I'm lucky, and then I think this one I can get 50 to 60 for, and the reason I can get 50 and 60 for isn't necessarily because of the book. It is because of what I've got in the book. So this, it should be a first edition. Yeah, so it's just one of those that's got first edition written in it. That seems to be the thing that they do now. However, I have got this limited edition metal bookmark which is in it, which only came with Waterstones. So that is what pushes my price up on this. I think it was around 50. I was very excited when I looked it up. And obviously got the got this bookmark in it. That makes it a bonus. And now, even if I was tempted to read it, I wouldn't dare read it now because I don't want to like put any folds in it and the rest of it, because obviously it's a decent one. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed all of that. That is everything that I have got to show you today. I can't believe how many books I've got. It's ridiculous. You know, anyone would think that I'm a bookseller. It's too many. I don't like selling books. I like selling books which are that small, don't take up much storage room, and then when they sell, I can just put them in a jiffy and they go large letter. So the fact that I've got lots of like heavier ones which are potentially going to go over the 2 kilogram, I mean obviously that's not so bad because I'm getting a decent amount of money, but the ones which are going over the weight is annoying. And it's like the Slimming World. To get the money for it, I've got to bundle them, but then the bundle will take it to the 2 kilogram mark. The reason why that's irritating is because I'd rather send things with UPS because I actually want them to get there and not get slung in a garden. I don't want to send them with Royal Mail because once you go up past 2 kilograms, they just start going. They just get really weird about their pricing. It's just beyond a joke. There's in-post lockers which I pass on the way to work. UPS is okay for me, but they've since the 2 which were in walking distance have now gone. And the other one is very, you know, it'd be like me walking to Man United now, the one which I've got. And even then, when I've been using them previously, I've gone there numerous times and the door has been closed. So then I've had to go back again later in the day. So it's not the best. And obviously I just don't want to send things by the in-post lockers. I'm not quite sure who's doing them, but this is my frustration. And I really should stop picking books up and just stick to the stuff which I know. Because obviously I've got some decent Harry Potter stuff there, but I'm absolutely clueless. And I might have some absolute gems and I'm probably going to miss the point with some of them. So thank you for watching, and I'm hoping to be back with you soon. My feelings is that once I've got all this listed, These are two big job lots of things, these 2 boxes which I had in my way. I'm hoping I can then move on to sorting out my Lego and getting back to being more of a Lego seller, because Lego I know, and I think you need to sit with your strengths, and that is my strength, is doing Lego. So thank you for watching, and I will be back again soon with more reselling content, more other content which makes people unsubscribe for some reason. But anyway, if you do like me, please stick around. Goodbye. See you soon. Yeah. See you soon.